Hey guys, what is up? So, oh my goodness, it's been so long since I've done a live on this channel. But Ethan Klein, oh man, um, it's a hot mess. I haven't watched fully I started watching like his video he posted a few hours ago on the Ethan Klein channel. Wait, can you guys hear me? Can everyone who's watching this, can you hear me? Let me check before I go on, actually. Let me check real quick. Um, just because who knows? Let me check before. Okay, cool. Actually, cool. Thank you. Okay. Hold on, let me actually keep this on too. But okay, thank you, Devin, Kimmery, Jazuka. Okay, cool beans. So here's my stance on it before I even get to this whole thing. When I first saw Will Smith get up and slap Chris Rock, I'm not gonna lie, like my first reaction was, oh, he made us look bad. He's making us look bad. Like that's always my reaction, unfortunately, when an African American does something that I know is going to it's gonna hit, And my first initial reaction is just kind of like, oh, no, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? That was my first initial reaction. Now, my second reaction, I felt bad for Chris Rock and I felt bad for Will Smith. That was just my second reaction, just because I was like, wow, like here, Chris Rock, he handled it really well. He was just like, Will Smith just slapped the ass out of me, yada, 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 right? And I'm thinking like, oh my goodness, Will Smith is just like, don't effing talk about my wife. And I'm like, what? What's going on? Like, can you guys, like, I like both of them. Can you guys just please stop, So that was my second reaction. Now, after going on Twitter, after going online, seeing that Chris Rock has talked about Jada in the past, like I was like, wow, so there's like a backstory there. But my stance actually stays with Sophia Bush. So let me pull her up real quick before I react. But my stance actually, it stays with her. So let me pull this up. I should have pulled it up before the live, or I may just read it because it's going to take too long to pull it up. So my stance with Sophia Bush, where is it at? Okay, so Sophia Bush wrote, violence isn't okay. Assault is never the answer. Also, this is the second time that Chris has made fun of Jada on the Oscars stage. And tonight he went after her alopecia. Punching down at someone's autoimmune disease is wrong. Doing so on purpose is cruel. They both need a breather. And oh, hey, Stephanie. So that's how I really feel about that. I feel exactly how Sophia Bush feels. Like, I feel like both men they were both wrong, like in my opinion. And I understand, like, if I'm being honest, I didn't know about Jada's alopecia. I had no idea about her alopecia. So if I'm being honest, without knowing that knowledge, that joke didn't seem like it was a distasteful joke and it's not something I would have laughed at. Even like being in the crowd, it's just not something I would have laughed at. But do I think it was like the most horrible joke I've ever heard before without knowing that knowledge, because I had no idea? No. But with knowing that knowledge, and if Chris Rock knew this, he says that he didn't, but if he knew this, then that's just, below. Davida, my only concern for Jada. Jazuka, the only opinions I want to hear on this are from the Black community. As a white woman, I think it's important for people to listen more than speak, especially in nuanced situations. I legit just thought she liked her head shaved because it's so pretty. Yeah, like, that's what I don't watch every single Red Table Talk. So for me, I just thought, like, I only watched like the really big episodes, like the Olivia Jade one or Jordan Woods, but I don't, like, I'm not like a religious watcher. But anyways, let's get into reacting to some videos. So let's react. I'm bringing Ethan Klein up because just like Ethan, I agreed with Ethan, but Ethan took this on a different level. Now, do I think Ethan was being racist? No. That's just my take on it. I watched that video twice now, and the only thing that I could think that could have speared everything up was when he was called Will Smith a pimp. But we're gonna watch it, so we'll see. And I'm like, okay, that's also distasteful, right? Like that's also like, what are you trying to say? But other than that, I never got that from it. I thought, if anything, I was really offended with Ethan only because of the way how after having, he's actually to me worse than Chris Rock, because after knowing this knowledge of Jada having alopecia, he then disrespected so many people who have alopecia, So no, but anyways, let's watch. Davida, I suffer from hair loss, so seeing her reaction, I feel that, I understood. I felt like I completely understood where she was coming from, but I'm just saying, without knowing that knowledge, if it's true, because we don't know if Chris Rock, if he's lying to us, if he's telling the truth, so we don't know, right? Because to me, Jada looks so nice with just a shaved head anyways. I thought that was the look, but because I don't follow her all the time. I'm so tired. Another thing, I'm so tired of Black people always assuming that we all like follow each other with stuff. Like we all supposed to know this. No, I didn't know this. So, Devin, Ethan's a bigger hypocrite than Will Smith, and that's a saying. Oh, let's get into Ethan. I saw this and I was like, I need to do a live. I have work tomorrow, but that's okay. I'm doing this live. All right, so let's pull this up on the screen real quick. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're only going to watch the Will Smith part, and then we're going to watch Ethan's video that he posted a few hours ago. So. Oh, and let me know, guys, if you can hear this.
All right, talking about degenerate freaks, let's move now to...
I pause it for a second to see if you guys can hear it. Hold on.
Freaks.
Let me know. I'm just waiting to see if you guys, because it's kind of slower when you're doing live for me to get your guys' comments. Oh, it's echoey? Okay. Here. Let's see. Okay, there's an echo. So let's do audio.
Will Smith.
All right, so I'm gonna press. Can you guys hear this now? I'm playing it now. Let me see.
There seems to be.
So let me see if you guys can hear this now. It takes a slower time for me to see the chat, so I just want to know if you guys could hear that when I was playing it. Because one time I want a good, I don't know if anyone was here for this, but I want a good maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes just talking with no one, with no one hearing me. Can anyone hear me? Did anyone hear that video? Okay, try it again. Okay, I'm trying it. I'm trying it right now. Can you guys hear it? It's currently playing.
That attacking, first of all, there's a few.
I do apologize for the technical difficulties. I have no idea how these livers or these streamers do it. There's still an echo. Hold on. Hold on, let me call my sister. Because if I put on headphones, it won't be an echo, but I need the headphones for this. Sorry, guys.
Hello?
Hey, do you have the headphones that are not the iPhone, not the regular headphones where you can do a regular input and it's not the iPhone charger input? You get what I'm saying?
Yes. No, I don't.
Oh, all right. You sound so mean. All right. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. I probably woke her up. So, yeah. All right. So let's try this one more time. Usually, like if you guys, I have a podcast called That 5%, by the way, with Udoka. And usually she's like giving me like, do this or do that. All right. So I'm actually just going to take this out. Default. You're doing amazing. It always reminds me when people are like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Thank you, Kimmery. It reminds me of Kris Jenner. There we go. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time, and then with the mic, and then I'm just gonna probably have to ditch the mic, unfortunately. So let's do this. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's try this one more time. Sending Kris Jenner energy. Okay, we're gonna try this one more time, and then I'm just gonna ditch the mic, and we're gonna go on with it. All right, pressing play.
2 layers of
You
how
guys hear
bad
it?
this is. I'm sure everyone by now knows what happened.
I was going to probably, but maybe just in case some people in the audience don't know what we're talking about.
So
The clip.
Chris Rock.
Okay, did you guys hear that? Let me see. Okay, let me know if you guys heard that. Oh, there's still an echo. Oh gosh. Okay. Let me use my headphones. All right. Okay. Does this work? Let's see. Settings. All right. So can you guys hear me now? More importantly, I synced it, so you guys should be able to hear me through the beeps. Okay, sweet. Yeah, you hear me. Now, more importantly, the important question, the next important question, can you guys hear this?
Why am I trending? Oh God, here we go.
Don't look at that right now. You're gonna get sucked
Oh, it
in.
should say B and me.
Okay.
Okay, they're just blowing.
Oh.
Sometimes they do that.
I'm trending.
AB's trending?
It just says no. It's your tweet when I click my
Okay,
name.
so can you guys
So
hear
what's
that?
happening right now?
Sweet, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Sorry that took forever. I realized like I could use my Beats because it was like, you know, Bluetooth and all that. Anyways, all right. So let's start this from the beginning. Oh, it's fine. We can start here.
Now you guys know he's hired to do this job. Good chance that all of his jokes before were written by other people and vetted already. It's live television. They don't take any chances with this stuff.
And
there's a good chance he didn't even write the fucking joke, which wasn't a good or funny joke.
A high probability, yeah.
So,
like, I get Ethan is talking about the Oscars and stuff, but off the bat, I just kind of feel like he has some beef towards Will Smith, or he really likes Chris Rock. Either way, he has like, it feels like it's more almost as equivalent as to when you hear people say, you know, Will Smith, that slap was way much more because could this have all really been because of Chris Rock's joke? Like people, you know, I watch Fox, I watch CNN, I watch like NBC. You know, I watch it all just to kind of get views and stuff. When you have Fox, you know, they have this narrative that there had to be so much more with going on with Will Smith that day than just, you know, this Chris Rock joke. I mean, you have CNN reporting about his just all these people. But either way, off the bat, I just got the sense like Ethan is like coming in hard with this.
and by the way, when you come to the Oscars and you sit in the front row, you know you're going to get ribbed. Okay? Will Smith is one of the richest, most famous dudes in the world. People fucking think he's a god.
Fortnite.
He's got the best job in the world. All you got to do is fucking act, and he gets paid hundreds of millions of dollars. And people suck his dick wherever he goes, like proverbially.
That's literally what a Fox journalist or whatever said. Like literally, that's what I heard on Fox News. Like all he has to do is act. That's all he has to do. So I don't like. And then Ethan offends a lot of people here. He offends people with alopecia. He offends actors because you have actors who are, yes, acting is a nicer job than some other jobs, but he's just making it sound like they don't remember lines, they don't have early shooting schedules. Like he just makes it sound like remember when Gabby Hanna did that whole thing about Escape the Night, and you know you heard Daniel Prada and Joey Graceffa, they're talking about like how, you know, intense it was, and it, you know, so he's just making it sound like actors, it's not a hard job at all, like they don't do anything.
And maybe physically, I don't know what he gets into. But you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so the one night you sit there and the god on his high throne has to come down to the people's level and endure some light ribbing from legendary comedian Chris Rock. You can't deal with it. Chris Rock says something totally innocent, like, you know, Jada is sitting there next to him, and she is bald. She has no hair. She has hair though. I saw pictures. She has stubble.
Shave, yeah.
I didn't even see patches of stubble. I don't know.
Maybe in the back or something.
Apparently she has alopecia. Is that right?
Yeah.
Which is a condition where you lose hair. I've looked it up online. I don't know much about it, but I saw people.
This is just even his tone, like the way how he's talking about it, as if like no big deal, nothing. Like, like he's just like, it's just you lose hair as if that's it. Like, so just not sensitive, but yet people are supposed to be around you, as we all should, because he has Tourette's, and he hated when Trisha Paytas would talk about him having Tourette's, like he didn't like it, but here he is being so, he's just not sensitive to people who have alopecia.
People with like patches of hair.
It's an autoimmune. It's your immune system for some reason forgets that your own hair is part of your body and starts attacking it.
Yeah.
So is it more serious than just like some hair loss?
So from what I understand, the condition itself, no. However, because it's an autoimmune thing, it oftentimes can be seen as an early sign of other sort of autoimmune problems that can crop up. But in of itself, you
lose hair.
You lose hair. That's
on your head or your whole body?
Well, there's different degrees of it. Some people lose hair all over the place. Some people it's just patchiness. It just totally depends. It's
Well, it seemed to me, you can pull up a picture of her on the red carpet before. I didn't even see patches in her shaved head.
That's another thing that, like, this sort of, so, like, it's almost as if he's trying to insinuate, like, well, no, he's trying to say, well, how am I supposed to know because I didn't see anything on her shaved head? Like, it's like he's not even open up to the idea that you don't know what someone else is going through. He's just like, well, I don't see any evidence of this, so it must not be true. But I also think he's probably just trying to prove his point here that, look, if I couldn't visibly see it, then so many other people couldn't visibly see it. But the way how he's just like carrying on this conversation, it's like just, I don't know, he's being rude to people who have alopecia. Like, how would he feel if people talked about, oh, it's just Tourette's, you're still living and breathing.
Unless it's makeup
thing, it's possible.
But anyway, I didn't she had alopecia. I think it's very possible that Chris Rock didn't know she has alopecia. Who the fuck follows your life or cares?
That's also rude. Like, fine, Ethan, who the fuck follows your life or cares that you have Tourette's? That's literally what it's saying. Like, what he's saying. Like, who? It's so rude. Like, why are you so rude to Jada, who didn't even do anything? Jada didn't do shit. She didn't do anything, and yet you're being so rude. So, I don't know. I feel like a lot of this, he's coming in without even having a fair, like, Jada did nothing. Or maybe she, like, I don't know, she made like the reaction on her face when Chris Rock made that joke. Okay, I understand that, but it's like he's trying to go through like A through Z of things that he could say so that Will Smith and Jada look horrible.
So Chris Rock says, "Oh, I can't wait for G.I. Jane 2." Wow, so fucking offensive. It's like the tamest joke you can make.
Well, he was talking about her bald head, And let me answer some questions in the chat real quick. Devin says, and if Ethan Klein did his research, he would know that Black people are very sensitive about their hair. I speak from personal experience. I know, right? Like, yeah, like Black people are, I know. He just doesn't, this is a guy who's like dumb with this shit, And then even when he had the collar on, he was too busy, like, oh shit, this collar is actually, she knows her crap. So he was too busy, like, trying to hold it together with coming out with like the right response instead of actually really listening to what this caller had to say. Now, we're not going to listen to the caller because, we got 2 videos to watch, but still, like, he actually has people come in and call in, and he got so intimidated by this African American caller that he didn't even listen to what she really had to say. Let me see other things. Why is no one talking about her boycotting the Oscars last year? I heard about it, but I have no, like, listen, I'm someone who don't follow Jada like that. I didn't even know she had alopecia, and I still think what Will Smith did was wrong. So I don't didn't even know she boycotted it, and I honestly think that information is irrelevant if you ask me, but well, I take that back because I don't know why she boycotted it, so I can't say it's irrelevant before I know why she boycotted it. What else? Devin, my question is, why aren't people that are for freedom of speech bring up freedom of consequences? Why? So are you saying freedom of speech bringing up freedom of consequences? Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. So, well, what Will Smith did was technically a crime. It was a crime, but let's just push technically out of there. So I understand why people are like, we want to see him in jail. We want to see him. Like I get it. And another thought came to my mind. If I'm just being honest with you guys, I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. Like, the Oscar is done getting arrested. I was like, oh wait, yo, a black guy just did something in public and didn't get arrested. Oh. But then I kind of was like, it's celebrity privilege because if you, it's to me, it's celebrity privilege. So I think that's why he also didn't get arrested. Plus, Chris Rock was just saying like, no, I'm not going to press any charges. So, and by the way, I might add, Chris Rock did a phenomenal job of keeping it together. He did an outstanding job. Like, I love Chris Rock for that. Like, he did a really great job with, oh shit, Will Smith just smacked me in the face. Like, that was immediate, like, like that was awesome. People, I bet you at that point, people were still questioning whether that was part of the act because there were so many people who were laughing, right? But then when Will started saying using profanity, they're like, oh, shit's real. Let's see. Jada went to the Oscars this year to support her husband who was nominated. Nutty, I've seen many men, podcaster and comedian, have been so mad ever since the August Jada scandal. It's so sexist. Don't know what that is about either. What was overlooked last year is what I heard. Oh, Ethan lives in a rich white bubble that he doesn't want to leave. Yeah. Right? Yeah, it's like Ethan doesn't even know like the half. Like, just with hair. I'm just gonna say real quick with hair, like it's something even black people pick on with other black girls to put other black girls down. Like, just even from my own personal experience, even in freaking college, because I had like no edges or like I hide it so well, people would be like, oh, well, when they would get mad at me, they're like, that's why your hair was growing in all the wrong places because I had like longer hair, but like, no edges. Like, hair is something it is a sensitive topic amongst, I wouldn't just say African American people, but being African American, it hits differently. It hits differently just because there's just so many things. I'm not even gonna get into it. But yeah. Yeah, he lives in a rich bubble for sure.
It's such a like dated joke too. Like,
It's not a good joke, by the way. It wasn't funny. In fact, I don't even think it was meant to be funny. He's just trying to acknowledge that she's there. It was literally.
He's not just trying to acknowledge that she's there. If he wanted to do that, he'd be like, hey, Jada. He's trying to make a joke, and keep in mind his pattern of jokes are like dark humor. It's not happy humor.
Filler.
yeah.
Okay. And by the way, G.I. Jane was a big deal when it came out with Demi Moore in her prime. Beautiful woman. Basically, he called her beautiful.
I keep seeing people say that. I don't really.
You can call her beautiful. So let's just stop. This is how much you can tell when Ethan says this, that he just doesn't get it. Like, it's like black people trying to force a white guy to like get it, and it's just not gonna happen. No, don't get me wrong. When I say this, and that's the thing. When I say this, I don't want it because I feel like every single time there is a problem, people do, especially like between a white person and a black person, the first thing is, oh, well, black people just want to play the black card. But it's like Ethan is talking about something he doesn't, you don't know like how it is with, black hair or being made fun of with that. And instead of like listening, he does I keep like telling what he does, and maybe you guys already see, but he does everything to just be like, F all of you guys and all that. And like, I get that his crew you could tell that they're not really believing every single thing that he's saying. But I do wish they would speak up just a tad bit more. I do get that Ethan is their boss, but I mean, what is Ethan gonna do? Fire them on 5? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they are also part of H3H3 Productions, you know? They're part of the whole team, so I just wish they would be just little okay, what? Where is the black employee? Where is the black I mean, I just was thinking about this for a second. Is this Dan? I hope this is. If it's not Dan, I don't know who this is. But where is the black employees? That's another thing. I'm just saying. And okay, just because you don't have black employees, that doesn't mean that you're like racist or something. But it does like it would be nice to have like a black person in the room to check him, and there's no one here to do that.
By that, it's it's a ball joke.
He was making it, but it's not a bad comparison. Like,
sure,
she says, you could be Jane because you have no hair right now. Cool. I mean, one of the characteristics from that movie is that it was played by Demi Moore, who was beautiful. Really That's what people remember it for. Whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
No, people are going to remember in the present moment of the Oscars, is that he was making fun of her hair because she was bald. And he's now just kind of reaching, like, no, that's not, like, no one was thinking, this is what I mean, no one was thinking of Demi Moore during Jada's dark humor joke by Chris Rock. No one was thinking of Demi Moore, Ethan Klein. No one, like, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't sound like, he doesn't get it. And I went into this saying, like, I actually went into this not, because I didn't think what Ethan was saying was racist. And I think I even said that at the beginning of this whole thing. But the more I'm talking about this, the more I'm like, dude, you don't get it. like now, and that's what I'm already starting to see why a lot of people are upset. But it's like, how are you going to compare? Let me press play.
The point is, it's a tame joke, okay?
Not funny!
Extremely tame. It wasn't funny. You're right, Alex Jones. Now, what's weird about it is Will Smith is laughing at first. And then you show Jada, and she's all fucking sour. She don't like that you made fun of her being a baldy. She don't like it. How dare you say I'm going to be in G.I. Jane? What? So anyway, Will Smith, loving it.
She was thinking, like, why are you making fun of my hair? That's what she was thinking. And I think that's the disconnect with Ethan.
Having a good time? Yeah, sour. Then all of a sudden, Chris Rock is moving on. Wasn't a big deal. Will Smith goes up on stage. Open hand slaps him in the mouth. Pretty hard.
Seemingly so.
Hard enough.
Yeah. AB said he
Jamie. So Jamie, it's not Ethan's place to speak on this at all. So here's the thing. I think here's the thing. So I completely believe Ethan definitely a fan of the Black community, but I also believe that this was the Oscars. Everyone and their mom, like, I don't know if everyone was, but a lot of people were watching this. And this will unfortunately be what people are going to remember. I don't even know who won anything anymore except Will Smith. It's not the saddest thing of all. But I think people do have the right to have an opinion. Like me doing commentary right now, and I think people do have the right, especially with this, because this was the Oscars. This was like not, so you have news channels, CNN, Fox, NBC, whatever you go on, DMZ. You have all these people talking about it, and I do think people have the right to talk about it, though. So I don't know. So I do agree with that.
showed a proper
He
boxer
was in,
stance.
remember what he learned from making the Ali movie, because he was he's protecting.
Yeah, dude, he got like center of gravity. He planted his legs on the ground, wound up. That was like a proper slap. I don't know. He thinks he's a pimp or something.
That's the part I didn't like. When he's like, "Oh, I think he thinks he's a pimp or something." Like, that's the part I didn't like, and I was like, "Oh, I can see how that might raise some people's hairs off of their bodies." You know what I mean? Like, I get that part.
slap another man. Also, Chris Rock is not tall. He's a smaller gentleman. I don't know how tall he is. Will Smith, I met him at the YouTube shows. He's a giant. Do you think if like Mountain was presenting that Will Smith would have gone up?
Kimberly says, my opinion may not matter, but no, your opinion matters, but I don't think this take is racist, but it is ignorant. Yeah, like some people feel that way. Like when I watched this, it wasn't until I think maybe Davida, I'm not sure, could be wrong, sorry, but I think it was you that I read that said something like, you know, growing up with hair loss and things like that, like does affect people differently, African American people differently. And that's what, even that statement also, like, I agree with that statement 100%, but at the same time, that also offends people who go through hair loss too, that are not African American. But I think, I don't even know how to even, like, because it just goes down such a really, like, long history of, like, for instance, and this is not, it's more than hair loss, it's more of, like, just hair drama with, like, you know, an African American person. And don't get me wrong, guys, I think this is, like, being racist, Ethan Klein is just a small part of it, and the more I talk about this, the more I can see, like, why people are like, "Oh my gosh, like, Ethan's racist," and things like that. And like I said in the beginning of this podcast, or this is not a podcast, I'm sorry, but I do have a podcast. Let me plug it in. I do have a podcast called That 5%. So go check that out. But it's like the more I talk about this, the more I see where people are coming from. But at the same time, I get like Davida, your statement, I believe it was, and I get also Kimmery, where you're coming from. Like, no, this is not a racist thing. Like, I get so many people's. I get it. Like, I get it all, which is why I find it so hard to like believe that Ethan is just being so not sensitive with this. He's not being like, I understand. I like sometimes he'll say things like, no, what this is wrong. He'll just say it just to say it so he says he said it. But Ethan just doesn't give a shit here, and he's here to roast Jada and Will, in my opinion. Couldn't agree more. More people, more research, more care for presenting racial, social topics, and more openness to accurately represent the nuances and needed. Yeah, you're right. Redacted. Devin, he wasn't being a pimp, Ethan Klein. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So when I watched this the first, I was like, where the heck did he get pimped from? And this was the one thing that like no one can talk shit about. Okay, like even if you didn't believe, like Ethan Klein was racist, etc. I'm like, where the hell did he get pimped? And the only thing I could draw was just the fact that Will Smith's skin was black. That was the only, like, you could argue anything else, but like, no. But with that comment, what made him believe that? You know? So that's my opinion with that.
Up and slapped him.
He's 5'10", Chris.
5'10", and Will
I
Smith.
don't mean to keep pausing this, but Jamie, you're absolutely right. Jamie says, just wish Ethan or the crew had thought to invite Black women, at least one, to interview and discuss the issue. That's what I'm saying. Yes. Now, granted, he did, you know, have a call in. The call in was, he kept talking over this person the whole time because he realized this person was actually knew what she was talking about.
Smith is like 6'4" or something. He's huge.
6'2".
Is he exact 6'2" or like a
or an actual 6'2"? Just kidding, Zach.
Do you think he would have slapped
No, it was
the mountain?
6'3".
You think he would have slapped the mountain?
I think he might have been a little more hesitant.
I don't think he would have slapped the mountain.
Yeah.
I don't. I really don't.
Okay, I do agree with Ethan here. I don't think if it was anyone else that was making a joke, if Will Smith would have gotten up and slapped them. That's just my opinion.
So he walks away, sits down all angry. I don't think we need to show it because they're just going to claim the whole fucking episode. You guys have seen it. You can watch it if you haven't.
Oh yeah, the Academy.
We can show frames and stuff if you guys want.
It-
We can
you
play
could-
the audio, or
And you could.
I could play it. I don't care if we need to. But he goes back, sits down. The audio cuts out because they start cursing, but there's other sources where you can hear it. Thank
Mhm.
God. So Chris Rock goes, "Wow, dude, you just slapped me over a G.I. Jane joke." And then Will Smith screams, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." He's like, "Dude, chill. What's wrong with you?" Whatever. Paraphrasing. He goes, "I said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." Then
Oh, one more thing. If you guys want to call in, when we get to the second video, more than welcome to. I will send the link when we get to the second video.
Chris Rock, I think he took a mental note of how insanely unstable he was and just wanted to diffuse the situation and said,
You got it.
I will.
Yeah, he was like, oh.
What I, of course, she said was, well, if
Hey
Jada
Logan.
Smith
Hey
could keep,
Logan.
if what's her name? If Jada could keep her son's friends' dicks out of her mouth,
God.
then just, this
Maybe you should explain that in case people aren't aware
Yeah,
of
Jada's fucked.
the entanglement, as she put it.
She's weekly humiliating Will Smith on her Facebook show. She literally ruining. She has ruined this man. Like shit that she's exposed on him just for clout on her dumbass Facebook show.
I had to wait for you to call because I didn't want to come back to it. But so he really doesn't like Jada. That's why he came in not liking these people. That's what it is. He came in not liking them, like, because I do recall now watching an episode of it was either H3 or Frenemies. I really don't remember, because I honestly stopped watching after Frenemies. But so maybe it was Frenemies. I don't know. It could have been H3, but I think that he didn't like the fact that I do recall an episode where he brought up Jada just embarrassing Will. And I do remember him talking about it. So maybe it was on H3. No, it had to be after Frenemies, I think, because I think I still was watching them. But either way, I'm remembering this now. So he definitely went in just not liking these people. They did not even have a chance. They didn't have a chance.
It's just endless humiliation to him. She had sex with
August.
Jaden Smith's friends,
Forget his name.
Yeah.
who are like young teenage.
Wait, now that this is not really. Why are you like trying to? Okay, I'm kind of interested in what the heck he's talking about, to be honest. Like, wait, Jada had intimate relations with her son's friends. I kind of want to know, but this is not the point right now. The point is that he is using like her intimate life, trying to use that as an advantage, as like a torch. Like, but this is what you did sexually. When Will Smith, they've both been open about their like. We all believe they're in like an open relationship, right? I think they've been. Okay, to be to be honest, like I'm trying to recall because I didn't watch the full episode of the Red Talk table, but there was a lot of talks about them being in an open relationship. That I know. And it just seems like he's trying to come for Jada in like a sexist way. Now, it could also mean that he's saying, look, her son's friends are how young, but listen, I don't know how old her son is now, but I do know her son is definitely not a minor anymore. So to each their own, I guess. But he's really trying to go through A through Z of anything that he can come for with Jada and Will. So
Teenagers or 20-year-olds, not teenagers.
At the time of their affair, he was 22. She was like 43, 44, or something like that. So, yeah. It's a little weird.
No, it's disgusting.
Like, people kind of rush past that pretty quick, but
Well, when it's the opposite, everyone's quick to say how gross it is. I'm sorry, but your mom fucking your friends is disgusting. Yeah, keep fucking my mouth. Here's the photo.
And they say they had an open relationship, but I don't know. I feel like your children's friends should probably be off limits in that kind of situation.
Well, and how about dating? How about whatever? You know, yeah, the joke going around online was they're the only thing they're not open to is light jokes about them. Their relationship is open to everything but jokes.
Right.
A lot of people were quick to say it was fake. Definitely is real. Just stop. I don't want to even hear. Actually, I'll talk to someone who thinks it was fake, but
I think most people have moved on beyond the fake thing. Especially if you see the clip, because I would say when I initially saw it, as I was watching it, I was like, okay, this could have been like a planned thing.
yeah.
As soon as you see Will back in his seat screaming, that's not fake. Like
right.
that was the part where I was like, oh, that is 100% real.
Rock.
That's how I felt too. I felt like going up there, I felt like a lot of people didn't know, because you could hear the crowd laughing. Everyone was laughing, and then when Will Smith used profanity, the F word, which I'm sure when you use even on YouTube's platform, like, I guess you get limited the amount of ads, or you're deemed an unfriendly channel for, for the ads that are like kid friendly. Anyways, my whole point is I do agree. It was when Will Smith said the F word, that's when I was like, oh, this is real.
Rock
Right there.
stumbled. He really had a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
words.
the aftermath makes it clear that it was
And
not.
you know, they cut the audio.
Yeah.
It was definitely real. Will Smith is he's deranged. I mean, the man needs therapy more than he obviously has way more thetans to remove. That the Scientology, they have a lot of work to do on him.
I would say the same thing about Ethan. No? I'm not even kidding. Like, I would say the same thing about Ethan.
There's long-standing rumors that they're Scientologists.
Well, they donated to Scientology
And Eva and Moses and Trisha.
and
They had-
schools and shit.
And they had like a school they had a school that was.
People are saying this sounds so anti-black. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about, you dumbass? Fuck you. What's anti-black about what I'm saying, you fucking freak? How dare you, idiot?
See, like, he really thinks that he's. I don't really know what pedestal Ethan Klein thinks he's sitting on. I don't know. It's like I think it's a Rode mic. I love the Rode mic if that's what it is, but I don't know. Back to what I'm saying. What pedestal? He's talking as if he's better than everyone. Like, let's not get it twisted. Ethan, you are a millionaire. You also live in a mansion. So get off of the fucking, like, stop acting like you're not, like, I hate it when Ethan tries to talk like he's this poor person, and you're not. Like, I just hate it when this whole attitude that he has, like, F you, like, I'm not racist. How about you listen? And I just, I'll wait till we get to the second video.
Disgusting.
Hey,
Just
man.
fuck you. What am I saying that's anti-black? You want to make this about race so bad. It's two black
No, to make it about race.
men having an argument. I have not said anything about race. It's about
Actually, okay, it's two black people having an argument. Okay, so this actually reminds me of, guys, real quick. So, because people are like, oh, how come, Will Smith didn't get arrested and Chris Rock wasn't pressing any charges? What's so funny? This reminded me of, if you guys have seen that episode of Family Guy, if you know what I'm talking about, where I guess they were doing like a neighborhood watch, and so Peter accidentally shoots. It's not funny, but I'm trying to. The point that I'm getting to is funny. Ethan accidentally shoots Cleveland's son, and Cleveland's son was just trying to get into, his home, and so there becomes like this whole like outrage. You have the news people, the reporters outside their home saying, how could a white man, Peter Griffin, shoot a black man trying to get into his home? Mind you, the black man was Cleveland's son. And then, long story short, towards the end of the episode, just to clear things up so Peter doesn't get in trouble, so the chaos could stop, Cleveland Brown goes, I shot my son. I think it was Cleveland Brown, but he goes, I shot my son. And all of a sudden, all the news reporters and everyone went away, and Cleveland did that to save Peter. And Peter's like, what happened? And Cleveland goes, no one cares. When a black crime. I don't know. It was funny. It was funny when I saw it the first time. But yeah, so that's what this reminds me of as well.
Going up, fucking committing violence in response to a light joke. Shut the fuck up. Seriously. God.
First off, how are you talking to your people like that? Like, these people watch you, bruh. Like, how are you talking? Like, who are you telling to shut the fuck up? How about you shut the fuck up? You know what I mean? Like, who are, like, these are the people who pay for your goddamn memberships. These are the people who religiously, I don't know how. Now I'm like, why do you have 40,000 people who watch you while streaming? Like, Ethan's kind of making me not want to watch Ethan anymore, honestly. But yeah, like, what? I just don't get it. He's on some high horse and trying to figure it out. He really thinks he's right about this, and he's disgusting right now. He's showing his true colors. I'm not sure if I just don't like how he's talking to the people who literally are the reason to where he is now. That's what I don't like.
What the fuck? Stop watching my show, you moron.
Really? Oh my gosh. I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to understand why Ethan doesn't read the comments. Because have you ever heard him? He's just like, I don't read the comments. Now I'm understanding why. And I find it very funny that Casey Neistat went to him to talk about how to deal with hate because this motherfucker doesn't know how to deal with it either.
He's just pathetically fucking, like, you don't have to see. First, I'm someone that's very conscious about race issues and stuff. You don't have to see everything through the prism of race. This is two men. This is fucking about toxic masculinity.
No, it's not.
This is about.
It has nothing about do with masculinity. I mean, okay, listen, in my opinion, I don't think so. But maybe Ethan is saying that because he thinks that if Rock was taller, which I do agree, if Chris Rock, was someone else who was taller, then maybe Will Smith have thought twice before he walked up on that stage. That's a possibility. I don't know.
Someone who hurts violent or angry. You need to make this about race. You're a fucking loser. Okay?
Wow.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Stupid ass.
Wow.
Pathetic.
Wow.
You call her racist so much.
So that's going to help your case? So that's your case? Calling them pathetic, stupid ass? I'm sorry, I just put a grape in my mouth. Let me swallow it. Wow. I wonder what you say, Ethan. If this is what you can say, this is what you can say on camera. What in God's creation are you saying off camera?
If you need to make this about race, you're a fucking loser. Okay? Fuck you. Stupid ass. It's pathetic. So we call her racist so much on Twitter for this. I was like, I'm sorry, what the fuck are you talking about?
Listen, and then you would know what the fuck they're talking about. Just listen. Just listen.
I'm allowed to have an opinion about this. It's pathetic, dude.
Oh my gosh.
What are you talking about? Anyway, get off that for a minute. Holy shit. Anyway, here, hold on. I got a note from someone. Yeah, I mean, exactly. People come to my house and threaten me over jokes. People, I've talked to comedians. When they go on stage, they're getting heckled, and people think it's okay to go hack when they're on stage. Now people go, I see a lot of people going, he talked about his wife, man. She's alopecia. Motherfucking alopecia? Okay, no, it's insensitive. I get it. She's not fucking dying, dude.
How rude. How rude. Wow. Hmm. And what's crazy is that because I watched this twice because I still can't believe, wow, like he really went to work today and was like, we showing the true face. We put, you know that meme where they have the smiley face on and it's covering like the mean face. Like, yo, he came to work. It was like, these are my true colors. F all you people. Like he came to work saying, this is me. I am Ethan Klein. This is the real me. F all of you. But honestly, what I'm also recognizing here, not to like, to be fair with Ethan, just to be fair for a sec, I recognize this attitude, this face so well. This is a person who has spent like their last night, maybe up until 3 or 4 in the morning, just reading all of these mean comments about himself. I recognize this so well because this reminds me of myself when like I went through like my mini drama. And this reminds me of like someone who has literally just been reading god awful things about himself, and he's kind of just responding off of like those angry tweets and what he's been reading. So it's not okay what he's saying, but this just reminds me of that's what this is too.
She's not dying of cancer. If she was sitting there on oxygen, right, and she had like a month to live fighting leukemia or some shit, and then Chris Rock's like, "What's up, crib keeper? I guess you'll be you'll the crib keeper,
Yeah,
huh?
obviously
Well,
that
you'll
would
be
be different.
from the crib keeper to the crib." Like, I'm sorry. Like, I get that some jokes can push things too far. This was not one of them, even remotely close. I don't fucking care that she has alopecia.
Wow, how rude. How rude. Like how what? Why is this video still up? Yes, it is because I'm watching it. So how rude. Like how, is he serious? Who cares if she has alopecia? Let's respect people who have alopecia. It's like, dude. Hmm, I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of this. Like he sounds serious in what he's saying. Hmm. Yeah, this is definitely the response of someone who has like spent maybe the whole entire night. I don't think this dude he did not get any sleep. No sleep for Ethan. No, no, no. He's been reading all these mean comments about him. That's what he's been doing all night. I don't think he got any sleep. Yeah. I think he just came into this podcast and started responding off of all the mean stuff he's been reading all night. Yeah.
Just saying.
It's not I'm sure having alopecia can be stressful and difficult.
Yeah, losing your hair,
and
as
horrible.
somebody who's lost their hair, can it's something you be very self-conscious about.
Absolutely.
But it is not deadly.
It's
And,
not
you
the
know.
fucking. It's not the line in the sand. Okay, let's just be real. Am I supposed to go?
What if someone I think he's about to mention his Tourette's, but what if someone was talking about like his weight? He's talked about depression. What if someone were to say, like, the thing is, like, he's really not open-minded with this at all. It's a really one-sided thing because what if someone was just like, what if Jada was like, I was depressed because of this? And maybe she has. I don't know. She probably has. I don't know. But, Ethan is not even giving this a room to be like, okay, maybe she was upset about this, or maybe this is just Ethan's way or the highway.
Fight someone every time they make fun of my Tourette's? Is that really the world we want to be living? People have been quote tweeting me and
No,
shit,
but
being like,
no one has. Wait, what have they say?
"You don't know anything about defending your wife."
Oh, wait, no, but Ethan, no one has ever said to you, Ethan, who cares if you have Tourette's? Like, you're still living and breathing. Like, no one has said that to him before. And not even that. How would he feel if someone said that to him? That's what I like to know. That's the tea, because he's really
honestly a thing every single person out here in these streets who have alopecia.
I don't know what the fuck
That's
they're
not
talking
true.
about.
Yeah.
I was
Stand up for
offended
you all the time.
Oh, they say, no. You got to go track down Trisha. You need to go track down Keemstar and anyone else that dares speak about my.
Okay, first off, don't bring Keems. I'm not even. Please, I don't like Keemstar either, but he can't seem to get over Keemstar. So, like, he's only talking about things that he can perfectly like. Obviously, the people, yeah, the people who said about Ethan, well, how would you know because you didn't defend your wife and all that stuff? It's like I don't necessarily agree with those people either, only because what were you wanting? Okay, actually, I think some people meant you could have said something to Trisha sooner. You could have told her off on, Twitter, social media, etc. at that point, and it was a little too late when you did it. Or people mean like you should have had like you basically, I don't know, punch Trisha or slap Trisha. I don't know. I'm assuming people meant the first one, not the second one.
A woman who, by the way, stay at home in the kitchen. I'm going to go track down these enemies. Be safe and wait for me. Stay in the kitchen. It's chauvinistic. Very. I mean, it's very misogynistic to be.
I don't think people are really saying that. I think he's taking advantage of what people are saying. People are saying that, Ethan, you were a coward for not saying something sooner with Trisha, and the only reason why you didn't is because that coin money, sponsorships, etc. So I think people are saying that, of course, someone who wouldn't have spoke up as soon, would have had spoken up like in the moment. Of course, someone like that wouldn't like agree with what Will Smith did. And now I get where, but shit, I also get what Ethan is saying too, because what Will Smith did was he slapped Chris Rock. So I know it's, this is all a hot mess. It's a hot mess.
Be like, I must defend my woman. She is a fragile little flower, and I must attack anyone. I'm sorry, but what kind of girl? This is just toxic freak shit all around. What sane woman wants their man to go attack somebody in public on a world stage? That's humiliating and it's embarrassing, y'all.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stop pausing. I think we're almost done, but here's where I'm at too. It's like what bugs me about this whole thing is that Ethan is acting like you can't even open just up a door, open up a window, a closet of some sort, and just like leave some room to listen to what people are saying, to understand. Possibly not, guys. Please do not get this twisted. I am not defending Will Smith at all. I think he should have just taken the mic and been like, listen, please don't talk about my wife, yada yada yada. And I think he should have pulled a Kanye West, what he did to Taylor Swift. And if he walked off that stage, he would have been more respected than anyone else out here in these streets. But he did not. That's what I think. But I'm saying even is just acting like, dude, like you legitimately not to defend Keemstar either. You see what Ethan is making me doing? Defending Keemstar. But what I'm saying is, oh gosh. So when Ethan was talking about Keemstar's 20-year-old girlfriend, no longer a 20-year-old girlfriend, but when Ethan was talking about that, he was a hypocrite because he went on his podcast and congratulated someone for being able to get a young 20-year-old. And all I'm saying here is that why that same Ethan who was changed views, I don't know if it's because of subscribers or whatever, but why can't that Ethan who was able to change views, why can't he at least be the same Ethan that can at least have an open mind to these things? He's just like, no. Like, who are you? You are not. I don't like it because he's not perfect. You are not perfect. You every single day. You got suspended. Was it twice in 1 year from YouTube? I don't know. Either way, he got suspended. It's like you are not you. Who are you to talk shit about people? Like, you know what I mean? Like, stop acting like you're better than everyone because you're not.
If he would have been a class act, excuse me.
Damn.
And you're sick.
The class act would have been a way more
But he really wanted to make this podcast. Like, all right, no, stop.
effective. He wins the award. He goes up and says, "Yo, Chris, that joke about my wife wasn't it?" But then everyone will, had
Imagine if
compassion
he-
with them.
Yeah, if he had won the award, which, yeah, I guess again, if anybody is somehow unaware of the situation, about 5 minutes after all of this went down, he won the Oscar for Best Actor.
I'm getting to,
Yeah.
bro.
But yeah, if he went up there and dressed Chris down, I mean, everybody's respect for him would have gone through the roof.
Right.
Like, I got to speak up for my wife.
Yeah,
joke wasn't cool.
He
Absolutely.
expressed, you don't know what she's gone through behind closed doors. As a woman, it's not easy to lose your hair, and it's been tough for her. I've had to sit and see her cry and deal with all this stuff. If he
Yeah.
explained himself, then
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
And Chris probably would have apologized.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that.
Now, again, even then, it's like, I still think it was a tame joke for anyone to get offended about, especially mega rich fucking.
I think Ethan, hey Jay, don't unsubscribe after this. I think Ethan does act like he's better because the things that it's the way how he's carrying on about it. It's his attitude, it's his tone, it's the way how because here I am. I'm critiquing Ethan. And I'm saying, but I'm giving reasons to why, and I don't think I'm better than Ethan. I'm not sitting here, shit. Like I'm not better than Ethan. I'm also giving my opinions too. But Ethan, he's being so offensive towards people with alopecia. He's just like, who cares? He's just making these bold statements as if, who the fuck are you? So I don't know. That's my opinion with it.
Celebrities who are at the Oscars in the front row when the tradition at those things is to be made fun of. It said, bad take, Ethan. You insulting everyone who disagrees is closed-minded about us. Listen, if you disagree, call in. If you think I'm being racist, you can fucking die.
Really? They're all laughing because they have to laugh, because if they don't laugh, you know what I mean? They literally have to laugh. They have to laugh.
That's the. I mean, some counter arguments are not valid, right? Like, if you disagree with me for some reason, you can. I'll open my ears and listen. Okay, even though I think it's insane to somehow think this was justified. But if you think I'm being racist, then you should just fucking
death to all of them.
If you think I'm being racist, then just fucking delete System 32 or whatever.
That's what I'm like. It's like, dude, like you are so like what? He's just saying these things. It's the extra shit. You know what I mean? That makes me think that he thinks it's like you said your point, but you go in a little bit above and beyond. You're really trying to. If I'm not mistaken, I think I'm watching Keemstar right now. That's what the fuck I'm thinking I'm watching right now. I thought I just clicked on the fucking, I don't know, drama alert or listening to Mom's Basement right now. Like, this is what I think I'm listening to right now. Or this was, I don't know.
Oh, it was a deep cut.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm not going to entertain that. I mean, you could call in because I think it'll be entertaining, but like, it's just mind rot. If you think I'm being racist, your brain is so fucking rotted out right now.
Oh, really? But people, and that's another thing. It's almost like call in, but your brain is so effing rotted right now. But call in, like, dude, like, how are you treating the people who watch you like this? I don't know. I'm done watching him. Is this it? Hold on, let me see.
That I'm surprised you were able even to turn on your computer this morning. You fucking.
What are you kidding me? Why are you so rude? Like, I can't. Like, I think I'm done. I can't watch this anymore. You are. Let me not be on the same energy as Ethan is right now. I'm gonna listen to it for a few more moments and then I'm out. And then we can watch the other video that he posted a few hours ago.
How do you even feed yourself?
I can't. All right, I'm done. I'm done with him for that video. Really gross right now. Like, I'm done. Like, how can you even feed yourself right now? You sound like he sounds god awful. Like, he just sounds god awful. Like, I can't even watch y'all. I'm done. I'm done. For what? What are we watching it for? I don't know. Yeah, he is a phony. Oh yeah, Priscilla, we about to watch his explanation video right now. And Jamie was like, "Thank you for turning that off." I can't watch it anymore. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's just like he's on some other level. He sounds worse than Keemstar. Oh he sounds worse than Keemstar. He does. He actually sounds worse than Keemstar. I didn't even think that was possible. Oh, the end of the explanation video is even worse. Oh shit, what am I into? I did want to watch it because I knew I was going to do this live, so let me see what I'm into. Rude Awakening. Yeah, at least Keemstar owns the fact that he's a bad guy. I hate to say this, but ETHAN Klein sounded worse than Keemstar. Facts! Huh. As they say, ETHAN Klein took the L. Is that it? Took the L. That's what they say. I don't care. Oh, let's see. Not to mention, guys, what he said. What was? Let me read the. I don't know if he tweeted it, and it was. He wrote on there, "I'm proud to say my husband this on television for see of you platform will got a few minutes later spit some fire on the mic like a pass or whatever." So even goes violence, anger, probably with violence with anger, or because of smack Chris Rock, he must also hit Jada at home. So that was also lovely to read. Let's get to Oh, can you guys hear me? I think I accidentally pressed mute, so maybe? I don't know. I unmuted myself. So let's see. Okay. All right. So off the bat, this reminded me of thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being so patient. Always have like some crap going on, technical difficulties. All right. So off the bat, without even pressing play, where's this posted? Where is this posted? On the ETHAN Klein channel. Now, off the bat, ETHAN Klein was the same person who went and came for, mind you, everyone should have come for David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad. What I'm saying is that ETHAN Klein was the same person who went for David, like many things. So one of them was the fact that when David had posted his apology video, it was on his Views podcast YouTube channel, not his David Dobrik channel, the main channel. So here he was saying Ethan went in. Ethan was just like, how dare he? Like, now a lot of people will be able to see this. Like he posted, he joked about it, and here Ethan is posting what he should be posting. Like if he had all the what we just saw, what he just told his subscribers, the viewers, and everyone who watched his main channel that seems to have 2.99. Okay, I'm not even gonna joke. I was about to say it goes to 3 million and 2.99, but that is a lot of subscribers. But still, like, how is it that now when you apologize, it's gonna be on the channel that it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, and obviously people are going to see this, but I just don't get what the method or the strategy or the idea of posting it on here. The only thing I could get for him posting it on here is that it will bring his views up on this channel. Maybe it'll boost him in the algorithm on this channel. I'm not certain. And then, mind you, he chose like the thumbnail because the thumbnail has and the baby in the background. So I also don't like how this seems very performative to me. Now I know in other videos, especially like this on his channel, he is sitting in the chair. He does have the same mic. He does, but it just with this video, it kind of screams, oh, like we can't get too mad because the baby's in the background, the one that you guys all like, watched grow inside of me for months is in the background. So you guys can't get too evil with me. It's very manipulative. And this also reminds me of story. I used to work at Starbucks, and I remember I got a write up for what I get. Okay, so I sprained not sprained like I fell. So I had like a little small fracture on my leg, and long story short, I lied and told because I was a supervisor, and I lied and told my manager that I could work, like could fully work and stuff, like I could do this, I could work and yada yada yada. And it ended up getting worse. So I couldn't, and she wrote me up because I wasn't being honest about me working because I had to find coverage and stuff. And I really thought I could work on my knee, etc. And she did ask me if it was fine, and I told her yes. I just have to wear a brace. So I wasn't open about my actual fracture. Anyways, long story short is that she wrote me up for that. And she was afraid to write me up because, we've gone out to lunch, yada yada. So she brought her kid like in the back room where the refrigerator was and tried to I can't say whatever. The only time I ever seen this kid that she brought, and so she could tell me about my write-up and have me sign it. She was so scared to have me sign my write-up that she brought her kid. So that's what this kind of reminds me of. And then and there I was like, should I say something to her about her kid or should I not? Because I could have been a bitch and I could have just like went over her and just be like, this was so unprofessional. And I did it. I was like, whatever. I mean, yeah, it was whatever. But anyway, the whole entire point is that this is so manipulative, and it's just like, I don't know, Hila's evil too. That's how I feel. I think she co-signs. I was just telling my friend the other day that this didn't even happen yet, and I was just telling her how I feel like a lot of people who support them just like, why is Hila so different? Like, yeah, when Ethan says his shit sometimes, Hila's not there, but I think Hila co-signs on a lot of this shit.
Welcome, guys. It's the Ethan Klein channel back in action. New and improved. We got a new camera that looks great. I took a little break from the channel when Bruce's Saint Bruce the Divine here was born. And how old is Bruce now? Man, I mean, he was born 2-2.
Okay, so off the bat, it's got called. Ethan would say, let's pretend, like Ethan would be like, okay, so this video is already called I Got Canceled on Twitter, and he's talking about his son. He's, you have the wife in the background. Like, what is she even doing there? Like, get to the point of this video. Like, that's gonna be Ethan.
He's gonna be 2 months and
Few days.
Friday. In 3 days. It's gonna be 2 months.
3 days. He's gonna be 2 months old. Pretty incredible, man. Time has flown by. It's been nice. It's been great. He's such a good baby. He's such a he's a perfect baby. He doesn't complain much. He eats, he sleeps. He started playing recently, right?
He's smiling a lot.
He's smiling and laughing. He gives these beautiful, pure smiles. And he's got these little laughs. He goes,
Smiling and laughing. He gives me
Theodore's doing good. The dogs are doing good. Everything's good at home. So I'm back. I want to show you guys the new setup here. Got a fresh new camera. What is it called? It's Sony A7. It's a DSLR. I was using intentionally when I started this channel. I wanted to.
Like Ethan would say, can we get to the point already? When is this? Oh, it's 22 minutes long, 31 seconds. Oh, when is he gonna get to the point? That's what Ethan would say. Like, you know, he's literally the biggest hypocrite ever. Right. Don't be mad, guys. Look, I got a baby. Exactly.
To be as low effort as possible. And so I literally just used the crappiest plug and play webcam I could find.
No one cares. No one cares.
But I think it's time to upgrade, boy. Look at us. I wanted to prove the
All
concept
right,
to
we're
myself
gonna put
first
this
before
on
investing, you know.
1.5 speed.
But here we are. You know, I came here basically just to talk a little bit about the Will Smith, Chris Rock situation. We did a whole podcast about it yesterday. But I wanted to supplement the conversation a little bit after being called a racist pig on Twitter about the.
Even like going on 1.7 speed, it sounds kind of the same. Oh, he's doing the same thing. Oh, Dirty Dom. Ugh.
I don't know, 20 or more like 200,000 times probably.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He is doing the same thing. I just like, I didn't really finish that.
I don't know. We had a long discussion about it yesterday. And I really just want to reiterate, like there's a conversation that, you know, there's this Malcolm X quote, right, that we looked at yesterday about how black women are the most abused people in society. I guess a lot of people see through that prism of, you know, a continuation of Chris Rock abusing another black woman. I get, right? Like, so, okay, there's that history. There's a history of Chris Rock making fun of her at a previous award ceremony in 2016 when she was boycotting it because it was too white. And so Chris Rock, in a way, broke picket and came and then called her out like, oh, well, you weren't even invited anyway. So, okay, there's some people that have a problem with Chris Rock. And I didn't know that going in. One of the callers explained that all to me, which I'm thankful for. But, you know, listen, as somebody who just recently had someone come to my house and threaten violence on me for a really dumb, tame joke. As someone who's friends with a lot of comedians who now more than ever, people feel emboldened to go attack comedians on stage. It just seems that even with all of that context, which is important, right, and interesting to know, it just doesn't justify what happened. And I, you know, I just think it's really sad that I can't have an opinion about that without being called racist.
No. You can have an opinion about that. And honestly, I don't. It's the way how he went about it. Like, so you can have an opinion. I mean, do we have to really go back to it? He was calling that I think was one of the watching us, like
You could call it, I think it'll be entertaining, you know, but like it's just mind rot. If you think I'm racist, your brain is so fucking rotted out right now that I'm surprised you were able even to turn on your computer this morning. You fucking idiot. How do you even feed yourself?
just this is not opinion. This is out. This isn't even opinion. Like, how do you even feel? Who's out? Definitely, I think AD is the background on it. Either way, this is the real Ethan Klein. I don't know. I actually may not watch him. Like, it's not like I was religiously, but I just because I don't. It's not like, oh my gosh, she's being horrible. Black people, how disrespectful and rude. Not in All right, can you guys hear me now? All right. Let's see. Let's see if you guys can hear me now. Thank you. I don't know what's going on. Like, I think it's because I'm using this, but the next time I ever do a live, I'm gonna have my my headphones. I'll have these on. Okay, so this is what I normally have, but I normally have the one that doesn't have the ending like this. So it goes into my laptop, and so I can't find it. Like, I don't know where it went. So that's usually what I use when I do the lives. I don't know where that is. I know wireless isn't always the best. You need something that's better to like connect. So sorry guys, but we're almost done here. I think. But anyways, what I was saying was that I don't know where I cut off at, but Ethan Klein in his video, his apology video, he's just like, look, if people are gonna come for me for making an opinion, if they're gonna do, and I'm just like, people are not coming for you because you made an opinion. People are coming for you because you literally came for the people who watch you. You literally attacked them. And the thing is, I can hear Ethan also saying this about other people. Like, I just don't understand what's wrong with them. I don't get it. But yeah, it's definitely not an apology video for sure. But I just don't like, just a reminder, guys, of what Ethan calls as his opinion. This is what his opinion is. Let's see.
Your brain is so fucking rotted out right now that I'm surprised you were able even to turn on your computer this morning. Fucking idiot. How do you even feed yourself?
How do you even feed yourself, really? And just the very fact that they're laughing.
You probably see racism and everything, dude. How do you even live your life? Shut up.
Really? This is not even an opinion anymore. He's just literally coming for people. So that's my opinion with that. Let's see. So let's see. Now we're gonna pull up the second video that I was watching, kind of, but like on 1.7 speed, maybe even 2 speed, because I'm kind of just over Ethan Klein right now. You know, like I reiterate, or I repeat, I don't know how Casey Neistat went to Ethan Klein for advice about how to deal with hate, because Ethan doesn't know how to deal with it. He doesn't. He's the last person I would go to. So I am done with H3. All right, let's watch. Yeah, I don't like that. There we go.
Racist. 200,000 times on Twitter and in the comments and stuff. Like, the man hit another dude for a joke. It doesn't even really matter if you think it's tame or not. I'm sorry, but like, the precedent that it sets when you have hordes of people defending that action. I mean, I have a lot of people, criticizing Will Smith, but the amount of people who are ride or dying. Like, I saw a YouTube video today of a girl who said, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock and he deserved it. Sorry, guys, but like, just enabling violence in this way is insane. It really is. And I've seen tweets.
See, Ethan's doing that thing where, like, it's a smart thing to do, but what because Ethan's smarter. I've been watching his shit long enough to know, like, he knows what he's doing, at least in this video. And he's doing this thing to where instead of addressing like the real problematic things that he's said, he's kind of just sticking to the things he can, like, he's completely 100% right in, but he's not going to address the things that, or at least fixate or focus on the things that he said that was wrong. Like, he literally came for people and told them to, how do you feed yourself in the morning? Huh?
tweets of people saying like, "I saw Saddam Hussein executed on TV when I was 12," which is a funny response. And obviously, violence is very, very normalized in American society. I mean, in so many different ways, right? Like our movies are violent, our TV shows are violent, our culture is violent, our government is violent, right? In so many different ways. But like, this is different. It's like I do think it's different in a way.
Okay, what is Eva doing there? Like, this is all performative. Okay, maybe she might have a 2 cent or something, but still, like,
It's a man, just a person like you and me going up and slapping a man in the face, telling a joke. Okay? And like, let's be honest, it was, it wasn't the worst joke. Like, even in all the context, he could have said something if he wanted to insult her condition and all that. He could have said something way. It was like, let's just assume he was trying to criticize her for a condition. He could have done it in a way more offensive way. Okay, I don't even think he knew she had a condition. I think people are following her life that closely. I think it's a little ridiculous to assume everybody knows that. I don't think comedians are responsible to check people's personal history at the door and know everything going on about every single person. Like, we can't just have the norm be resulting to violence when someone offends you. There's different levels to this shit, and I don't understand why people don't think that, don't see that. I saw one of the common responses was like, "I can't wait to see Ethan defend Hila when a serial killer breaks into the house." It's like, yeah, I don't think that's what happened, dude. I'm not against.
once again, he's only fixating on the things he knows, like, this is 100% wrong, and I need to come for people, or I need to really focus on this so people know where I'm coming from. But that's all nice and dandy as long as he has to also be like, hey, like, I know what I said, that was rude. Like, I should have never said that you guys are stupid, or I should, whatever he said. He said some offensive things, a lot of offensive things, or about the people who have alopecia. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, who cares? You're not dying. Like, really? Let's talk about that.
Like, violence in every situation. I'm against fighting and becoming physical over comments, dude. If he came out and was like, "Wow, this lady has alopecia," man, it's, if he went on and on, I get it to a degree, but he didn't go there. Like, there are lines, you didn't go anywhere near crossing it. I don't think violence is answered anyway in our government. I mean, I think most people can distinguish between the fantasy of movies and media. I think our government is morally bankrupt of war criminals. I think everything that our government's done in Iraq, I don't know why I need to do like a whole freaking history lesson. I have to do calculus on every single possible little off branching implication to say the man went on stage and slapped a dude for telling a tame joke is not okay, or I'm racist. It's just, guys, it's not that deep.
Also, my problem is just the fact that everybody had to watch it on television, and this is like an event that is put together by a company, and they should allow the host who is doing a job a safe condition to do his job. And if the event decided that he was qualified to do this, they should.
Once again, they have good points, but they're only focusing on the good points. This is not the way how Ethan acted in that last video, and it's still up. It's still up. Like, no, like, you're a piece of shit for that. I don't get like how many, at least the African American people, like, I just don't get. And the thing is, like, let's say, guys, what I am saying right now, let's say this had nothing to do with racism. Let's say, Ethan Klein was right. He had no business, no right to be talking to the people who watched him like that. Like, that was just rude. Like, how do you feed yourself? Like, I can't get over that.
They should make him feel safe in the job that he's doing. That's my opinion. And I feel like it's not okay to see him just get assaulted like that, and then the guy can just go and sit in the crowd and get applauded 4 minutes later when you.
Okay, well then, continue saying that. You don't go feed yourself. Like, you don't go say F you. Like, you don't go turn your computer off or whatever the hell you said.
The word.
I don't believe in violence in any situation. Now, if you have to defend yourself, the serial killers there. I own a, by the way, for everyone who thinks that's such a funny thing, I own a loaded shotgun and a gun safe next to my bed because I'm so paranoid of people coming to my house to hurt me, which happened like basically a couple of weeks ago. And the amount of times we've been swatted and bomb threatened. We had the FBI come to our house like a few months ago at 8 in the morning and say, "Don't open any packages because we have bomb threats against you." Do you know what I'm saying? It's not funny or cute or justified in any way. The truth is, Will Smith, he's got issues, man. He needs to deal with it. And I
the same could be said about you.
Can wish him well. The truth is, I'm not even really mad at Will Smith. The guy's got issues. Him and Chris Rock, I'm sure, will work it out. The thing that really disturbs me is just the amount of people who are saying, people like me and many, you're racist for saying he shouldn't have, for saying don't hit another person.
It was also really hard to see, like, to see his face afterwards when he was yelling. His face was like an unstable, aggressive person. Like, that face of his scared me. And if anyone ever dealt with someone that can be like scary and aggressive, that's not an image you should allow to just show on television and then show that it's okay to be like that. And then you can celebrate it right afterwards. Like, it's not okay. I don't know.
That's a great point. That's one of the points I made. Like, the people were like, "What is this, dude?" People go, again, it's like you have to do a billion point calculus to make a simple point that you shouldn't hit someone on stage. So, the point about Will Smith, or people like Will Smith that are being defended now for quote unquote defending their women. If you're that quick to anger and violence, you're going to be
dude. Like, if you're that quick to anger and violence, let's do this again. I'm sorry. I don't mean to like annoy the heck out of you guys, but let's do this again. If you're because this is I guess this is the hill that he's gonna die on. It is a really weird hill to die on, but you know, teach their own, I guess. But let's just I need to remind people again of how he acted because he's really trying to act like, bruh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Racist. Your brain is so it's just mind rot. If you think I'm being racist, your brain is so fucking rotted out right now that I'm surprised you were
Rotted out
able
right
even
now.
to turn on your computer this morning.
So even if you thought this, and by the way, this is him talking to people who he's asking, oh hey, you can call in. But this is what he's saying. Like your brain must be so rotten if you're even thinking that right now. Turn off your computer right now.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, and you are an effing idiot on top of that. Mind you, people are at this point, people are mad more than that. They're mad because of the way how you speak to people.
How do you even feed yourself?
How do you even feed yourself?
You probably see racism and everything, dude. How do you even live your life? Shut up, fuck ass.
Damn. On XQC up in here.
But anyways, he was just stating his opinions. He was, you know, but nope. I am not Ethan. I'm usually Ethan Klein on a lot of things. I'm not with this one. And honestly, he doesn't even have anything to. At this point, I'm just mad how he's acting throughout this whole thing. Okay, let me share my screen again. So we can get back to the other video.
So cute. Theodore's doing good. The dogs are doing good. Everything's good. So I'm back. I want to show you guys a new setup here. Got a fresh new camera. What is it called?
Come on.
It's Sony A7 DSLR. Well, I was
company, and they should allow.
And you know, I can weigh him well. The truth is, I'm not even really mad at Will Smith. The guy's got issues. Him and Chris Rock sure will work it out. The thing.
Hold on, it's like staticky. Let's see. Let's see.
Webcam I could find. But I think it's time to upgrade, boy. Look at us. I wanted to prove the concept to myself first before, you know. But here we are. You know, I came here basically just to talk a little bit about the Will Smith, Chris Rock situation. We did a whole podcast about it yesterday. But I wanted to.
Okay.
Good trade is toxic to be around for everybody. In fact, Will Smith, his apology, which somehow everyone thinks he's lying. People who are criticizing him go, oh, well, it was written by PR. And then people who are supporting him, they go, it was written by PR. Nobody taking it for what it is. It's like, you're defending Will Smith. He himself said, let me pull up if I don't quote him, because I think he actually said it well. Smith said, violence in all forms is poisonous and destructive. And that's what I thought that was well stated. And that's kind of what I think too. So if Will Smith thinks that, then how are y'all still defending him? He said it, you know, and that's my point.
No, I think a lot of people's point is how you acted. And now you're trying to push us back to, this is what happened. And now I think the attention is kind of off of, I mean, I guess when we're talking about H3H3, not like the world, but when we're talking about H3H3 and Ethan Klein, now the attention is brought to what you said as a response. It's now no longer the slap. You know, it's more of, Ethan, you were rude. You were disrespectful. That's what people are upset about.
So I think, you know, it's a really sad state where, and I saw Jim Carrey came out and he's like, you know, it was really sad and Hollywood's spineless and everyone in there giving a standing ovation. It's like, I totally agree with Jim Carrey. And it's like, now Jim Carrey's dragged and called all these horrible things. It's like, oh, you can't make a single point. Guys, This is the first thing you learn when you're a child.
Yeah, but I saw what Jim Carrey said on the news, and Jim Carrey didn't call anyone an effing idiot either. Jim Carrey didn't tell anyone to how do you feed. I didn't make a statement of how can you feed yourself in the morning and go turn off your computer. Like Jim Carrey didn't say a lot of the things you said. So don't compare yourself or talk about Jim Carrey.
Hit other people. I don't know what's so complicated about it. Like, dude, and now people are calling it like, you're a bad dad, you're a bad husband, you're racist. It's like, shut up. Okay, I'm back. The camera died because it didn't come with a plug. I'm waiting for the plug still. Nice of them to include that. You can see the difference. This is crazy. This is what the quality was in all of our videos. That's bad. And I consider myself like relatively woke, or at least like trying my best to educate myself and be sensitive and learning things and be very open socially to everything and progressing along with everything. So it's like, I honestly find it so disgusting for people to come out and make that point. And if this is anything, I mean, guys need to get used to going.
I think a lot of people are disgusting. I think a lot of people think that you're disgusting on how you acted. Like, I can't believe this is like, what's going on? This is like not normal. This is isn't normal behavior, but at the same time, I'm like, is this Ethan? Because I don't get it. Like, I don't. Oh, SS trying his best.
I think if there's a PSA for anything, it's for therapy, because that man is angry at his wife and he's taking it out on Chris Rock. I'm sorry, but that just seems so painfully obvious.
Angry at his wife? How is that painfully obvious? Come on. So he slaps Chris Rock, and somehow that's painfully obvious that he's angry at his wife. You sound like, I don't know what you sound like. I don't know. You sound like Keemstar, pretty much. Is this about to be like this Trisha Paytas and Gabby Hanna thing where all along we realize that they're just alike? Is that what this is about to be? Like a Keemstar and Ethan Klein moment where, oh my gosh, all this time we realize that Keemstar's just like Ethan. That's why they fight so much, because they are the exact same person. Is this the conclusion we're coming to?
Oh, I've watched Jada. There's been all these compilations. Okay, that one cheated on him. This was not an open relationship. You could tell by she hurt him bad. She cheated on him with a young man that was friends with his son. And and Will Smith has stated the whole reason he wanted to get in shows and be the biggest actor in the world is because when he was 15, his girlfriend cheated on him. His masculinity is under attack. He's reaching out in the wrong way. I really don't see this as, I get it. You can do all the calculus in the world. Okay, I'm entitled to see. That's the way I see it. And I think this man needs therapy. And I'm not talking about out of Scientology therapy. I'm talking credentialed therapy, right? I had a first caller. We took a bunch of calls. I know I have to work on listening better. Okay, something I know and that I'm working, and I've been working on. I got a little worked up, but eventually I had this first caller who taught me a lot. I calmed down and listened to her, and she had a lot to say that I learned about. Okay, but obviously I know that
Good. You at least got that through. At least so many people painfully embedded that in his brain. Yeah, you need to listen because he was interrupting that caller. Mind you, I'm so glad that was someone who got to be on, because he was just intimidated by her. He was like, oh shit, she knows what she's talking about. So now I have to sit here and try to defend, try to be like, anything she says, I gotta get her because she's on her game,
there's a lot for me to there's lots of room for improvement. And in the words of Will Smith, I'm a work in progress. And hey, I didn't even punch anybody. Okay, so that's not bad. I didn't attack anyone.
The quote tweet of your tweet that got blown up and was saying something that you wouldn't get it because you never protect your wife or something.
Yeah, dude, I got ratioed so hard, like 200,000 likes. Like, what? It was like, you wouldn't know about defending your wife. I was like, I guess I was supposed to stab Trisha or something. I don't know what they expect me to
do. So when I saw that, I felt the need to respond to it, and I responded, and then I get people saying like, look at this white woman feeling the need to insert herself into the conversation. It's like, oh Jesus, I shouldn't have said anything. But my problem was seeing all these people telling you how you're supposed to protect me, and like, if you had done something that would be such a red flag for me. I do not want the person I'm with to go and punch somebody like that. And I don't know. It seems like such an old school, like, ooh, he's so macho, and like,
you talk bad about the wife, get hit, and also on the other hand, those belong in the kitchen and need to be protected. I mean, it's
see, okay, so they're talking some BS right now. Like, look, like I said this before earlier on. I don't agree with people who are sending Ethan. I don't agree with people who are sending Ethan and Hila this like, no wonder why, who are you to speak when you couldn't even, speak up for Hila when Trisha called Hila a CUNT. So I get what Ethan is saying, because I did see that a lot. That was like the most initial reaction. But at this point, you know, I think Ethan, at this point, I don't want to listen to any of this anymore. Like, as far as like what they're saying, because Ethan still hasn't addressed the big elephant in the room. Like, what the F was the other day about? Like, why the heck are you posting on this channel when it really should be on your 3 million subscriber or 2.99 million subscriber channel? Like, you know, that's, but it's like, we're all done with, we've seen a bunch of commentary on Will Smith, you know, slapping Chris Rock. Now we want to know about you and why you decided to act out the way you did. We want to know why was it that when the moment someone said, "Oh, that you're racist," or but you weren't really willing to listen. You said you were to look good for appearances and for performance, but you actually weren't.
Fingers on the same hand.
Just yeah, I don't get it, and like maybe some girls are still into it, but I thought majority of people were over those kind of roles to play for the man be the protector. Then it's like I don't need you to be aggressive to make me feel safe and heard. Like I don't know. It's great.
You know, one thing that's super whack too is people go, "Oh well, you're against violence. Well then, you know, why were you in the IDF, which is mandatory service?" People always calling Ela a baby killer because she was a secretary in the IDF. You know, mandatory military service. She was born in a place she didn't choose and didn't have a choice. It's mandatory. Okay, you didn't kill anyone. You didn't shoot anyone. You literally served as a secretary. You didn't choose to be born in Israel. You're allowed to have an opinion because of the place you were born.
And like,
It's like
for those who haven't, people who haven't watched earlier, what I'm saying is like in the very beginning, like Ethan knows what he's doing. Like, it's so hard for me to sit here and watch him do all this when he's literally been the person critiquing people just like him who are doing the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, like it's like you got to look at it other than the actual video. Like, look at the thumbnail. Like, oh, he had of Ela holding the baby in the background. Like, all of this is a performance. And I still can't get over the fact that he came for David Dobrik when David Dobrik posted on the Views channel with his apology video. He came for David Dobrik with that and was like, hey, you know, how dare you? Your audience is this channel. This is where to be. But this, you know, he's in there posting on this channel. Why not the channel with the 299 million or 3 million subscribers? Why not that? You know, to me, I'm looking at this at a different angle of performance. That's why it's so hard for me to sit here and actually believe anything he's saying is genuine because I think he's doing it. He's being strategic with it. And he's only choosing the topics that he's like, oh, yeah, I'm 100%, or he thinks he's 100% right about. But what about all the other topics? His behavior, just what, less than 24 or 24 hours ago? What about that? You know, and I'm not like talking to you guys like that, but I'm just expressing my opinions and how I feel. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my gosh, I don't like your comment, so you're stupid or you're that. Like, go F off. Like, you know, no, actually, I have told someone to F off before, but it had nothing to do with my comment. I forgot what they were saying, but I'm sure I've done it before. But what I'm saying is that the bigger picture here is that he was not willing to even listen. You know, he's not willing. And honestly, coming into this whole podcast or this video, this live, this stream, I was just like, the only thing I really caught Ethan being like, you know, racist about was when it was like, what was the relationship, the correlation between him associating a pimp and Will Smith? All I could think of it was Will Smith's skin color, you know. But the more I talk about this, the more in this chat as I'm reading, like, you know, what you guys are saying as well, I was just like, oh, okay, I can definitely see where the Black community come from with this. You know, I can see that. Now I can see it as clear as day. But before pressing the record button or the live button, my only critique of what I thought people were coming for him regarding the racist thing was not even what the caller said, was because he associated Pimp and Will Smith, because I didn't know, but now I understand because I listened. You know what I mean? He wasn't even willing to do that because he was too scared to be embarrassed.
Like, so people don't even know political views. Like, me and Ela are super liberal. Like, we don't support Western settlements. We don't support the Israeli government for the most part. You know, I agree with a lot of the criticisms of Israel. So, like, you guys don't even know what you're talking about. And it's crazy how people just legitimize anything you say by saying, you were born in Israel. It's like, what do you mean by that? You know, I mean, you might as well just say, well, an American doesn't get to have an opinion about anything ever because of what happened in the Middle East or what happened to Native Americans, whatever. It's like, nobody is to have an opinion about anything. But it's insane. Like, a man hit another man for a mild joke. Okay, I like it. Yes, that should affect me and people that I know. It's insane. So I don't apologize. I know I'm not racist. I know I have prejudices, right? I'm working on it. I have prejudices. I think most people have prejudices that I'm aware of and working on and stuff. Like, you know, I'm not racist. I don't know. I even admit that, you know, at times I think I do racist things, but only because I'm ignorant and it's something I'm working on. It's not like I'm okay being racist, right?
you know, I'm not afraid of talking about serious topics. And it seems a lot of these people just don't want me to talk about it. I'm not afraid of thinking about it. I'm not afraid of talking about it. I'm not afraid of being called a racist either. You can say whatever you want about me. It's all said about me, and it'll all be said about me 1,000 times more. I hear the feedback of people saying I spoke over her, and I agree that's something I need to work on. But I'm never going to stop talking about things I think are important. Definitely always listen to feedback and criticism, take where I can with what I can. But this whole notion of like I'm not allowed to have an opinion about that. Well, you can shove that right up your ass. Okay, it hurts to be ratioed though, and I didn't even get it really, but they got me good. They ratioed me hard on Twitter, but okay, you know, you live by the ratio, you die by the ratio. It happens, you know. Sometimes you eat the barn, sometimes the barn.
And I don't know, and I know I said this earlier, but for anyone who's new listening, I think because this event happened, like, you know, it was an Oscar event. I know people are just like, this is not our time to speak, or this is our time to listen. With this situation, yes, but also I think people are allowed to state their opinions as well. You know, I don't think it's just, oh, Black people speak only. I don't. I think in this situation, I think it's important to listen, like I wish Ethan would have done on that podcast. But I don't think it's a situation where you can't speak either, because then what kind of conversation are you having? You know, so I think this one was like, yeah, you can listen. Obviously, it's always important to listen, regardless of any conversation you're having. But I also think in order to have like an not honest conversation, yeah, it takes two to talk about what happened. And I just believe that I'm not with the whole it's our time to listen thing, because I don't think there's more avenues with what happened the Oscar night other than just the Black community, because there was also assault, there was also alopecia, there was also, so it's not fair to just for the Black community to just take it. You know what I mean? Like there were so many things here.
About you. But if you do come to my house to harm me or my wife, I have a loaded shotgun. I will literally shoot you and kill you. Okay. So to say I'm against violence, this is how I sit in bed and I think about the wall combo on my gun cabinet. I imagine how fast I can get there, punch the code, take out the gun, turn off the safety, put a bullet in the chamber. I think about that obsessively every night. And that's the world I live in. Okay. So I'm not against violence when it's necessary. Punching a guy for saying a stupid joke is not necessary. And if you want to test me, come to my fucking house and I've got 7 bullets. It's a semi-automatic shotgun, and I can use 7 fucking bullets on you. I don't even have to cock that bitch. Okay. So if you think I'm against violence, if you think this is something I don't think about, then once again, you can fuck yourself. Obsessed with my family safety.
We done. All right. So here's how I feel about that. So, oh yes, and Ethan could have tapped that one out. He could have just been done with that. He didn't need. I mean, I don't know what to say. So, I don't know what to say. He sounded so scary at the end. Like all these things were true, right? Like if you come to his home, you obviously are allowed to have a weapon and to defend yourself. It just was gratuitous, if you ask me. Like it just he was really trying to spin this into a narrative to where he did absolutely nothing wrong and people were coming for him because he makes jokes and he's Ethan Klein. He was literally trying to piggyback off of the last scandal where it did him some good because he was in the right and Cody, Jeff Wittick's friend, was in the wrong. Like he literally was trying to use that. Like it almost feels like when Kanye West, when he took the mic from Taylor Swift, he blamed his mom's passing as an excuse for that. Like, listen, my mom and I'm happy, grateful, and everything. But what I'm saying at the time, and for Kanye with that, because imagine not having a mom. But what I'm saying at the time, that first in his mouth, really, and it was just it was used as like an excuse to Swift as well. That's what it sounded like here too. I think Klein piggybacking that last one to read. I don't know, man. Like he's reaching that. Like tried to make himself be the victim at the end of the video. None of that made sense. Delete the video. Delete it. Just delete the book and move on. That's how I see it. Delete the video and move on. Just move on. Move on. Because right now, I'd rather listen to our watch drama over listen to Ethan Klein at this moment. He just doesn't make any sense. And he met with sense. But you know what, too? I've come to find out from personal experience that when you are in a drama yourself and you are a very opinionated person, tough cookie. It could be a tough cookie. Think about people who community or the teacher community, they've defended themselves. For some as human beings, we all have good opinions of other people and commentary. We're all right headed with that. But when it's us, sometimes it's so I'm putting that in there to get a leeway, but I just can't get over who's watching Ethan. I just like how can you and address that again? So sorry, I saw that. Like, you know, my audio.
Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Let me know. I just have you guys, because I'm not playing anything anymore, so you shouldn't really hear an echo anymore. So just let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm sorry. But I'm almost done. I just have my thoughts real quick, and I want to listen to what you guys have to say. Yeah, it's just my own. Now I have nothing connected. It's just the computer, so you guys can hear me. Cool. I don't know what I was saying because I was going on a roll. I don't know where I left off at. I don't know. But like my whole point is, oh gosh, I just kept going on and I don't even know where I left off. All I was saying is that Ethan was piggybacking off of that scandal with Cody from Jeff Wittick's friend, and he's kind of piggybacking off of that and using that as like a crutch, because I don't like how he flipped the switch and made the narrative towards the end of just like, I'm defending myself, I'm the victim. Like, he completely flipped the switch. Even Hila was kind of laughing in the background like, oh, should you say this or so? She said, who's watching Ether after this? Not me. Laugh aloud. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I don't, with Ethan, I don't know, man. I'm not watching him right now. I don't need to watch Ethan. Like, I really wasn't even watch. I kind of was like, I liked Frenemies, right? And I was like, okay, like, let me kind of listen to Ethan a little bit. So I listened to him like maybe once or twice a month. And even then, like, there were some shows that I loved and there were some that I didn't, but I still was listening to him anyways. And I don't know. Now it's kind of like, whatever. Like, whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna take a break from Ethan Klein for a bit because I'm like, is yesterday like the true colors of what we really saw? So I don't know. But oh man. Oh, I think for this whole slap thing, I think both of them were wrong. I think Will Smith, he should have never slapped Chris Rock. If Chris Rock knew about Jada's alopecia, that he shouldn't have done that. But then also it was reported, like Ethan also stated, that this isn't the first time at an Oscars he's made fun of her. So she's also, regardless of if she's sitting in the first row, the second row, the third row, whatever, he has a pattern of doing this. So yeah, I just think they were both wrong. I don't think he should have made fun of her hair, even if he didn't know. Because I wouldn't have been laughing at that anyways. I would have thought that was very distasteful. So that's not something that I would have laughed at, to be honest. So we live in an anti-blackness world. That's what Devin says. Yeah, it's like, let's see. Oh, Davita, Blossom needs to look at the chat more. I swear I do. I do look at the chat. Okay. There's just moments where I'm like talking. I'm like trying to face the webcam because I'm moving it right now. I have a webcam. So like I have to look up at the webcam. It's like hard because I'm not even really looking at you guys. I'm looking at a lens. Now I moved the damn webcam. Fudge. Hold on. Why did I move the webcam? We just have technical difficulties tonight. But let me see. I don't think Chris Rock knew, to be honest. Me neither. Me neither. I don't see him watching the Red Talk. Do you? Like, I don't, but it kind of shifts the boat a little bit, at least in my head and my thoughts, because he did make fun of her previously at an Oscars. What are the odds of that? So it's like, it's a pattern, right? So, yeah, but in all fairness, I don't think he knew, because I didn't even know. And I don't watch, like, the Red Table Talk religiously, but I do watch some episodes here and there, and I didn't know either, so. Oh, no, even if he did know, does that mean he deserves to be hit? No, I said that from, like, maybe you didn't, like, listen to me earlier on, but no, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is this was more of Ethan. That's why I didn't even have the thumbnail of Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, because it was really more about Ethan Klein and him trying to make himself the absolute victim. You know, I'm scared for my life, like because of a joke, and he really made this really about him. And had that have been like everyone felt for him when Cody came to his house, like everyone felt for him. So it's not like he's trying to switch it to make everyone feel sorry for him. So that's something that I just disagree with. And I feel like from Ethan doing commentary before and just listening to him, you know, he knows what he's doing. Like, he knows what he's doing, and that's the thing. That's why I'm like, you be making some good commentary or trying to catch people with this, all that you know, bruh. You know what you're doing. So that was really my take on this whole entire situation. Definitely, if you're watching now, definitely like this. Give it a thumbs up if you like this live, and or leave a comment below. But let me know what you think if you were just now watching this now. But yeah, it was a really fun time talking to you guys. I'm gonna name some names. Redacted, J-Lo, from the block. I'm so Jenny. Devin and Davita. Is it it's not Xavier. Is it Xavier? Javier? Sorry. Can you tell me how to pronounce your name? Thank you for being so kind throughout this entire chat. SS, Alex, who else? Nettie, and AFV Fan 1, Jay, and Jamie, Priscilla. Thank you guys. Logan. All right. So if I didn't name you, I'm just kind of. Oh, someone's name was Warm Cheese. Let me see. Oh, someone's name. I didn't even see this one. Ethan was triggered when Keemstar hurt Ela's feelings. He will be able to empathize with Will. Anne goes, he did totally center himself. He white womaned. That's our move. That's probably why Gila was there with the baby, to make the white woman visual connection. I don't know. That her there with the baby was performative AF. I don't care, man. I don't care what anyone says. That was performative to me. But I'm trying to also come up with another term than performative, because I feel like I've been saying it a lot in my videos, but I can't help it that that's what I think people are doing. So, but anyways, thank you guys for watching so much for this live. I wanted to make a video about this, but honestly didn't have the time. I was like, And Ethan, because the thing is, the plan was I was gonna make a video about this tonight, right? And then my friend texted me. I got home from work and my friend texted me and was like, "Oh, this just happened. This is fresh." I'm like, "Oh no, so now I have to watch this live." And then this, I was like, "No, what? You know what? I'm just gonna do it live." But anyways, thank you guys for watching so much, and I will see you soon on the next video. And it will be a video, not no, it's not. So tomorrow, Julia Lynn and I were gonna be doing a live, but we're gonna be now talking about, like, I talked more about ETHAN KLEIN and this is gonna be like more of a part 2 where we're gonna be talking about more of Will Smith and Chris Rock, because we really didn't talk about that. We didn't really talk like too much about Jada. We didn't talk a lot about that part. So, and then we might talk some more about Ethan too, because I know she has a lot to say. I've done a collaboration with Julia Lynn before, so definitely check her out, Julia Lynn. So yeah, thank you for popping on to the chats. Thanks for watching, Jay, Davita, and Reacted, J-Lo, Devin, everyone else. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be back with a live. What time is it live tomorrow? So it's so funny because Julia lives in Cali and I live in that New York City area. So we were a 3-hour time frame. And I think we talked about, I think it was like around either 10:30 Eastern Standard Time or 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll be on the lookout for, I think, at least 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, and then if you haven't watched the podcast, it's called That 5%. Do you wonder where we got that name from? But it's called That 5%, and I do that also with Udoka. So yeah, check that out too. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon on the next video. Bye guys, and sorry about the audio.